Hello guys, so today I'm going to try to take accurate measurements when making a suit. You have to pay close attention, you have to be very good attention when taking measurements. If not, you'll be building on a very wrong and terrible foundation. No matter how good of a fashion designer or a tailor you are in suit making, once you don't know how to take measurements, you are always going to be building on wrong and faulty foundation. So it is very key and important to take very accurate measurements, and that's why I'm making this video, so that you always start on the right foot. So let's get into it. I'll be using my friend here, Simon, as a specimen for making this measurement tutorial. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to be using inches in this tutorial, and I understand that there are other parts of the world where they use centimeters, but for this tutorial, throughout this tutorial, I'll be using inches for my measurement. Alright, so let's put that into consideration. So the first thing you want to do is to take your shoulder measurement, and your tape should go from one end of the shoulder to the other end of the shoulder. And in his own case, the shoulder is 18 inches. So you put your hand on the 18 inches mark, and you bring your tape to that point, and then you take your elbow measurement. Your elbow, in his own case, his elbow is 14 inches, and then from that 14 inches you pin it down and take the full sleeve measurement. In his own case, is 24, but there are some people who want their sleeve to come up a little bit so that their inner wear will show, and in that case it will be 23. The next thing you want to take is the muzzle, and take the muzzle measurement. You make sure your 2 fingers goes into the tape to provide that freedom you need, and in his own case it gives me 13 inches. And then you take the wrist measurement also, depending on how free the person wants it to be, and in his own case this is 9.5 or 10 inches, depending on. And when you are taking a measurement, ask your client, how do you want it? Always communicate with your clients. Communication skill is one important factor for you to be a good fashion designer. So communicate with your client, ask them, how do you want it to be? In his own case, if I ask him how he wants it to be, he might say 10, he might say 9.5, I don't know. My point is, always ask your clients, how do you want it to be? Alright? So the next thing you are going to take is the chest measurement. And you make sure your tape passes through the fullest part of the chest. It shouldn't go below, it shouldn't go too above, it should just be around the fullest part of the chest. And also ask your clients, how free do you want it to be? Communicate with your client. In his own case, this is 38. And then you come down and take the tummy measurement. In his own case, if he wants it to be very fitted, it's 32, but then if he wants it to be free, it will be around 33 or so. Then you go a step lower and you take the hip measurement. As you can see, his chest is 38, but then his hip is 40 inches. Alright? Now we are done with the vertical measurement. Now we are going to take the horizontal measurement. Alright, so to take the horizontal measurement, you put your tape on the shoulder, just beside the neck. So you take the tummy, the half length measurement. Now to take the half length measurement, you tell your client to fold his hand wherever his elbow is. That is the line where his tummy is half measurement. So in his own case, it's around 15 inches. As you can see, it's around 15 inches. This is it here, 15 inches. Then he draws his hand and you tell him to fold his fist, and then you measure just around the fist. And in his own case, the level of his fist is around 29, 28. That is where you want the length to be. Alright, this is how to take accurate measurements. Like I said, you should pay close attention when taking measurements, because if you miss it at this point, you are just going to sew a very beautiful suit that will not fit your client, and that is 0/100 at the end of the day. So pay very, very close attention when taking your measurement. It's very important. Thank you for watching and God bless you.